Okay, now we in there. It's your boy DJ Panda Fresh, and this is the DJ Panda Fresh show. I guess just like that. And we got my boy, my nephew. You feel me? You can introduce yourself. Yeah.
Look out for me, Afro Sensei out here.
Hoi.
Hoi.
Afro Sensei. Yeah, man, and we just chilling in the on the top floor. Um, vibing and shit.
Top floor to y'all.
Top floor. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, obviously, you know what I'm saying. I hope you can see like the traffic in the background. I tried to frame the shot as good as possible in a small time frame that I had, and we'll see how it work out.
Nice.
So yeah, like I said, it's the DJ Panda Fresh show, where
We talk about everything and nothing at the very same time.
very philosophically. I don't know if that's a word or not, but it doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
Yeah, I just let that rip. that shit just happened. Yeah, so it's a lot going on. What's today?
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
the 9th.
The 9th. The 9th. So regardless of when you hear this, it's Wednesday the 9th, February. And the NBA world look crazy, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The NFL world is blah.
The NFL world is predictable.
Yeah, I mean, and now that the GOAT has retired,
Which
You know.
Where'd you go? Oh, Tom said nothing's a done deal.
oh, he said nothing's a done deal.
I mean, he's definitely leaning toward retirement because in lieu of Tampa Bay possible roster overhaul, which at his age, fuck all of that.
Right.
And I mean, he could try to go to another team, and of course, somebody would be happy to have him. But in that regard, he's not going to move around for that. But if they're willing to keep the same roster and probably trade some of those draft picks for some better players, slightly younger players, he might consider staying after that. Grunk, his brain needs to retire.
Right. He'll probably ride this out with your boy.
Oh, definitely. There's nothing
Because
like
it's a greater story in the end. Yeah, you gotta think about legacy in these situations sometimes.
I mean, it's not just Brady getting these rings. I want to say Gronk has just as many. I think he has one less than Brady.
Well, see, there you go. Bit of reputation like that. Nice segue into my boys who've been together for a long time. 10 years now. No, not
That's
10
how long
years.
the Warriors been together?
9 years. Steph been there 10 years. He was there before Dre and Clay. But they got there at the same time.
Hey, I was a fan of the Steph and Monte days, man.
It was headed in the right direction. Look,
Definitely.
let me tell you something. I mean, whoever they put around that boy it was gonna be special.
Monte was Monte was Russ before Russ.
Right.
Right.
But that's not that wasn't really well. It wasn't being coached well,
True.
which is why it didn't turn out to be what it could be.
Has Russ ever really been coached well?
Okay, so that's a good question. Has Russ been coached well, or has he always just been in a decent situation?
And I mean, Russ is like one of my favorite players. What he did, he gets drafted to Seattle.
Yeah,
Him and KD,
yeah.
they move the franchise. You have two superstars. So yeah, that's a good situation. I mean, of course, they have the
Actually-
the franchise on your back.
Actually, they wasn't superstars. What happened was when they went to Oklahoma City, right? They was just two young niggas, but they started winning games,
Yeah.
and then they became known as a top tier duo in the league. KSB motherfucker, kind of like what Ja and Ja and them doing right now. What Ja kind of doing by itself.
I mean, again, Ja's one of those. He played basketball. He's a high tempo guard, which
Right.
means he's a more athletic Chris Paul. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Basically.
He's Chris Paul if Chris Paul could jump slightly higher.
See, and I'm noticing something about
Well, not slightly higher, like twice as high.
twice as high.
Twice as high.
I've noticed something about great players when they come into the league. Everybody did it. Everybody who's who's like a top player now. But
Yeah.
no, not everybody. Yeah, some people
Wait,
just
say
really
now. Finish the
exceptional.
thought, cause I can piece it together. I want to piece it together.
Right. So these young players when they come to the league, they overexert their talent. This goes back to like even when Jordan came to the league because he was winning scoring titles.
If they have the talent to exert, yes,
yes, that's what
because
I'm
they
saying.
don't got no choice. Is most of them get put into a fucked up situation because that's how drafting and shit goes.
True,
Right.
but that also shows like a kind of a lack of basketball IQ, which I guess grows in time when you're in the NBA.
Yeah, like when AI gets drafted,
6.
96. I liked everything to be at 97 because I was born in 97.
Oh, so was, man.
But
Shout out.
AI gets drafted in 96, and I mean, most of his highlights before 2000, mostly one-on-one type situations.
ISOs,
Not a lot of his best like passes or
playmaking,
like
understanding of the game.
and I mean, of course, it's AI. That nigga will jump over you if need be.
Right.
Shaq, he's jumped over Shaq. He's done it.
Yeah, I've seen the film.
Right.
I've
So
seen the
like,
film.
I mean, if need be, it is going down in Chinatown with AI.
Okay,
Anyway.
that was a real specific phrase. Go ahead though.
I like that phrasing. I like that phrasing. But not like the highlight they like to show when he was matched up with Jordan.
Yeah.
He hits him with the 2-time crossover.
Oh, shit out of
bing,
him.
bing
Yeah.
one to the left, bing one to the right, bing
Toe his
bing.
ass up.
Right, take him to the hole and fade away to the right. But I mean, yeah, I feel that. I mean, Michael, not so much.
Nah, bro. Listen.
But I mean, he could always leap though. I mean, he always had hops. So I mean, if he dunking, he dunking.
What I'm saying is, it might be done like this on purpose, because if they was as exceptional as they were gonna be at that time, like if '96 Jordan got drafted in '84, he'd have won a title that year because of his basketball knowledge. Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
no, because the pieces were still there.
the piece was still there.
Wait, were the pieces still there? Did he
Look,
have shooters
nah,
and whatnot?
just hear me out.
I'm hearing you out.
NBA players are NBA players. Sometimes like all these NBA players can walk into your average 24-hour fitness and give niggas buckets all day. The level of competition is just that fierce up there on the NBA level. It's really high competition. So a nigga that look like a scrub in the
Alex
league,
Caruso.
right, in the right situation, he will bust your ass.
Every situation this man has been put in since he got out the G League, because that man can jump.
Exactly.
Oh.
So it's a lot of that.
Yeah. I'm a fan of I think everybody's a fan of. I like role players, but like noticeable role players. But I think role players have gotten a little bit more popular in this day and age basketball, mostly because it's more relatable to everybody else living. Mostly because of video games. I feel like
Yeah.
if you a basketball buff, of course you know the bench. Of course you
Right.
know the bench is valuable. But I'm talking about to people who just glance at sports for the fuck of it. Who knows Jay Crowder off the top of their head?
Right, not a lot of people.
Now Jay Crowder's a household name because that man do his damn job wherever he is. He gonna make a difference. He make an impact.
Well,
I like impact players. How about
You
that?
you have other players to thank for that. Because now when something happens on the court, now it get tweeted about instantly. And if you follow your favorite player, these niggas are such friends these days. He'll big up on. Even if you know who it was, you finna go look him up now.
At
Whoever.
at that dude. Click on it. Oh
At
shit.
that dude.
At that guy.
That guy right there. Number
What's his ad?
Yeah, you go look that nigga up instantly because social media has definitely connected sports in a way huger way. We get to react to those sports like instantly.
The smallest sports. Like some of
Bro,
my favorite shit to do. Like
have you seen the motherfucking skiers? The ski snipers.
ski snipers.
Cause they racing on skis and then they stop it.
Oh, you talking about the
Taking my rifle
biathlon?
out.
You talking
Yeah,
about the biathlon?
biathlon.
Oh yes, bro. That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite events.
Skiing and
Yes.
sniping.
Yes, bro. The Winter Olympics. This is my
James
unpopular
Bond
opinion.
shit.
Unpopular opinion that I will die on 1,000 times, no matter what's going
Hey,
on.
hold on.